Hey everyone. Don't you love it when your washing machine goes in a spin cycle as soon as you press live? How are you on this Wednesday? Come on in. We're here for Walmart Wednesday. If you're seeing this, you're probably catching the replay, but tell me hi. Tell me where you're joining from. I have a cool project to share with you, plus quite a bit of information about some gaps and cracks and stuff. So hi Ronnie Lynn. I figured this would be a great little session to do a little bit around gaps and cracks, but also how to get like a full year's use out of just, like a regular everyday piece. So I've got some ideas for you. Come on in, and all for budget. You know this, right? Hi, Michelle. All right, let me get myself shared around, and then we'll get things started. So how's everybody's Wednesday treating you? It's like hump day, y'all. I have one more day left to the work week. I'm super excited about that. And yeah, all the things. Am I ready? No, Ronnie, I am not ready. But I'm not stressed out. A few things to get stressed. That just said trying to reconnect. Did that just quit on you guys? Oh, Facebook. Don't fail on me now. Sounds like you. Hi, Corey, my friend. Well, at least we're in good company. At least we're in good company, girl. You know what I just realized I didn't do tonight? StreamYard. Oopsies. I'll post it on my YouTube. It did freeze a little bit, right? I know. It's weird. It says I have full bars. Interesting. We do have a lot of wind. Anyway, come on in. Come on in. Hi, Lori. How you doing? Oh, I was supposed to share myself around. Sorry, I squirreled. Hold on, let me share. All right, so we are here. This is our Walmart Wednesday, y'all. So I love this. This is just fun. Good. I'm glad it's okay now. This is fun. What we're here to do tonight is really talk about doing some things on a budget. I'm going to give you ideas from Walmart because I'm a Walmart creator, y'all. If you use my link, and if you do !Walmart, it'll give you my whole collection. If you use that link, full transparency, I make a little change on any of your purchases. But that's not why we're here. We're here to share, have fun, think about doing things for our home that we can reuse, also learn some things, some DIY tips too. And so if you can recreate this piece on your own, from your own stash, from your own home, from the Dollar General, from the thrift store, that's really what I'm here to inspire you to do. So I love it if you use the link, but if you don't, like friends, we are here in good company, and I really appreciate that. Corey, stop making me feel like like a loser here. I haven't wrapped the first thing. So thank you. This came from my friend Amber with Crazy Crafted Mama. So I do in-person classes, y'all, and when you're walking around and you need your little tools and all of that stuff. So this is like my Bob the Builder, but pretty in purple apron, and she put my logo on it. So I love that. If you want something like this, she can do it for anybody's logo, and I think she has multiple colors. I'm sure purple's not it. So Crazy Crafted Mama, and if anybody's interested, let me know. I can find her, link her, all the good things. All right, so let's get started. So we're going to talk tonight about gaps and cracks, and then we're going to make this piece, and then we're going to talk about taking this piece from an everyday look and how you can go throughout the seasons and the holidays and do little things to just add a little different of a flavor to it, right? So some ideas, right? So you don't have to keep it the same. So gaps and cracks, let's start with that. Gaps and cracks is a fantastic alternative to floral foam, and this stuff is amazing because it's permanent and it adheres to it, and it allows you to do all kinds of cool things with your projects. A lot of people fake bake with it too, but I'm going to show you a way to use it for floral design and DIY. Okay, hi Rhonda, hi Renee, hi Laura. Oh, thank you. Right, hi Greg, what's up, friend? Hey Jenny, you made it. Did the baby sleep better today? Hi Lynn. All right, so gaps and cracks. So you can get this in your Walmart, of course, but also in any store that has a section for like home improvement or things like that. And there's all kinds of versions of it. There is actual version called Gaps and Cracks. This is the GE foam. There's some that's cheaper. There's some that's more expensive. I get this all the time and I have great luck with it. All right, so let me show you some things that Gaps and Cracks does and allows you to design with. So I'm looking around like, ooh. So let's say you want to make a candlestick piece such as this, right? Pretty everyday piece. Started as this. This is Gaps and Cracks. So that's how you can do, and it won't fall off, right? It's permanent. You haven't glued it on, okay? So candlestick arrangements are one option. These little trucks, right? You get all kinds of little trucks like this, right? The bed of this has gaps and cracks in it, right? So you can just do a little floral arrangement. All right, let's talk about something that might be a little hard to just stick some floral foam on, right? The Home Depot Grossly pumpkin, that's gaps and cracks on his head. That's how I got all of those things to stick on his head. Okay, let's talk about a wreath. Maybe you want to make a wreath on something that's a little like, you know, non-traditional base, not a grapevine, not a work form, right? And you're like, where do I start? How do I get my flowers to stick? Gaps and cracks, friends. So this is a wagon wheel right here. And what's underneath of all of that is gaps and cracks. So, see? So you don't have anything on the back that looks like you're sticking on any kind of foam. It's just such an amazing thing to work with to give you a great base to build out your florals that, again, is permanent. So we're going to do a gaps and cracks project together. This is also, I'm going to show you how you take something like this and make it so that you can make an arrangement in it like this with gaps and cracks on a bigger level. Because when you're working with something that large, you could use 3-4 cans of this. That's crazy. We wouldn't do that. So I'm going to show you how you fill void space, get rid of your recycling, and make a really cute base for an arrangement. Hi, Nessa. Hi, CT. What's up? Hey, Jojo. Hey, Tony. How are you all? Hi, friends. Hi, Carolyn.
Hey, Mom.
Hi,
do you have any paper?
I do have paper, but it's in my printer, and Mommy is live right now. Okay. I can help you out later. Hi, Wanda. Hi, Johnny. Oh, he didn't shut my door. That's okay. He left. He just wanted paper. All right, so let's do a gaps and cracks project real quick because I want to show you some tips on how to fill void space. So that same arrangement that I showed you, I made in this. You can get these from Hobby Lobby. They're in the galvanized section. They're pretty reasonably priced, right? But you would never fill that whole thing with gaps and cracks. That's a lot of void space in there, right? So let me show you some tips. Hi, Nadia. What's up? So I'm a pickle lover, and my kids love the pretzel nuggets, okay? Plastic containers. I've also used the really big containers for the goldfish. I've used really large, like the iced tea jugs. I've used the Deer Park water jugs, whatever you want to use. So we're going to start with this. We're going to layer these in. I do take a little bit of hot glue so it doesn't move around, but this is nothing. I mean, the gaps and cracks is going to make all of this stick. I just don't want it to move around while I'm placing things in there. So just like a tiny, it's not nothing. Because you know it's metal. Nothing's going to really permanently hot glue to metal. All right, and then I take this one and I go on its side like this. So that looks like that. Right? So this is just gonna go on its side in there. We're gonna kind of push it down like that. But then look, you see this space here, and then you see this space here, right? Down here. Well, this gaps and cracks, when you see it, it's running, and it will run all down in there. We don't want that. So, y'all know I love a pool noodle, right? This makes the perfect little rim on the top. So if you just bend it, right? Just bend it Figure out the size that you need. Don't use your ribbon scissors. Ooh, ooh. Don't let it hit you in the face. All right, and then voila. See that? So now we have void space. We filled up the void space. We've got rid of some recycling. We saved a tree. We're going to use 1 can of Gaps and Cracks. We're going to have enough left over to make patties. I'm going to show you what a patty is. And here we go. All right, now, if you wanted to put this on your porch or outside where you need it weighted down, you would want to maybe add stones to your recyclable container. You could add a brick before you do all of this process. You can add anything that will add weight. I'm going to use this probably inside my home, and my porches are kind of deep anyway, so even if I want it outside. So I'm going to not do the weight, but think about that. If you want it outside, add some weight so that it doesn't fall over. Okay? Am I so cute? Thanks. I have a lot of, you know, big, like I have cheese balls containers and things like that. Like I need to figure these things out. All right, so let's get going with the Gaps and Cracks. Now I'm a messy person. I also tend to, you know, I'm accident prone, y'all. I mean, I know that might shock you. I might come across like I am graceful as a swan, but I'm about as clumsy as you know what. So, I need to protect myself. Okay? Hi, Ginger. Cheese balls. Yes, I've took cheese balls containers and covered that in jute and put hydrangeas in them, girlfriend. That looks like an arrangement. You know, cheese balls. So, they grow. Oh, and Nadia's talking about the baby. I'm not messy. Well, so this is the patty that I'm talking about, right? So let me show you how we're going to fill the top of this, and then what we do with the leftover. So if you're doing a project, I personally don't recommend you trying to save the leftover Gaps and Cracks, but it's up to you. You can do it. My friend Eileen did on a live, did clean out the tube and was able to use it the next day. So you can certainly try it. Here's my mindset. This can is like $3 and some change. My frustration level is worth, to me, about 10 bucks. So, simple math, I just buy a new can. You know. Right. So what I tend to do, hey Angie, what I tend to do, you love a good cheese ball too, me too. Hey Betty, what I tend to do is I make a big patty with whatever is left over, and then I love to use that when I'm making a wreath and I want, you know, a little more volume. It's a little floral foam patty and things like that. So I can use pool noodles. Ask me how I know. I learned that from you. Yeah, I can use pool noodles. I love me a pool noodle, y'all. It is no secret. Oh no! You know what's not on the end? Hey, it's my nozzle. Did anybody catch that? Hold on. Well, you know what? Y'all are in luck because I got about like 5 more cans of this stuff because I'm a true lever. Actually, here, I'm just going to take the nozzle off of this one because I've already shook it up. Y'all, I wonder where that, I mean, I never even noticed it gone. I wonder if it fell off in like the bag or something. I don't know. Huh. Interesting. But it's all right. We've already got it shook up. We'll just use the nozzle off of this one. And maybe after this live, I'll have to just change the nozzle and use the second can. That would be a shame, wouldn't it? Hi, Kara. What are you doing? Gaps and Cracks is life. Yes, Nessa, you use it. Hi, Connie. Hey, Amber. We were talking about my apron. That's from Amber, y'all. Crazy Crafting Mama right there. Yes, we were talking, I just was mentioning earlier that a lot of fake bakers love to use Gaps and Cracks. So Nessa is a fake baker. She can tell you. Like they use it to make like cake bases or what would be a cake base, right? All right, so once you shake it up really, really well, this actually screws on the top. I always keep the nozzle away from me. Don't ask me how I know. Okay, keep it away from me, okay? Because sometimes it'll just be like, psh, and you'll be like, what? Yeah, no, don't want that on you. All right, so once it's snug, then normally what I do is, so I have wax paper down here, right? So this is kind of my project area, and I always keep a piece of cardboard. I love cardboard so that I can just move it off on my table when I'm done, right? So that's what I have. It's just a box that's folded in half. So when I have what I think is it's shook up, I have the nozzle on. The first place I test it is on my paper, and I get a little nugget. Yeah, no? Okay, I'm happy with that. So now I'm going to my project. So what I'm going to do is now keep a couple things in mind. This is metal. Metal will deform if there's gaps and cracks. It gets to a point that it expands and it has nowhere to go. So always go less is more, okay? So do not overfill it. It expands to probably more than twice its size. So we're just going to go in with the top. And I'm going to stop because I don't need to do any more than that. So you notice, I want to show you a couple things. You see how I did not go all the way to the edges? I don't have to. The stuff is going to expand that way. So give it space to expand. Notice how I didn't go all the way to the top. I don't have to. It's probably going to rise higher than this, and that's okay. I'm going to show you how you can shave something off if you don't like it. So you're not stuck with it forever. Once it dries, you can do all kinds of things with it. So we're going to set this to the side, and about this much gaps and cracks is going to need about a full 24 hours to set, okay? When it sets, don't you touch that. When it sets, it looks like this, right? And so if I didn't like this edge here when I go to use it, I would just take, I keep a bread knife in my craft room all the time, serrated bread knife, and then you just shave off the edge and go on about your business. So it's not the end of the world. Just let it do its thing, let it dry, and then you can fix all of that after the fact, okay? Do not mess with it when it's wet. Sometimes you can save your little pieces too for shims and things like that when you're designing. Okay, so let's see, are there any questions? Hi, Jamie. You love that baby dog? Where is he? Let me see. Frank, what are you doing? He's the best. All right, yes, that knife is a big knife, right? That's to intimidate the weirdos. All right, so what I have left over, I'm going to show you how I make a patty. You can do this if you're in a floral design, or you have projects. But if you let this dry, gonna get all slow. All right, I'm just gonna put it to the side. But basically, this would then form as a patty. Nozzle down in the trash can, y'all. Nozzle down. You got your pets around, they'll have that stuff on their nose. Yeah, I'm talking about you. All right, so this will just form as a patty, and then I can literally shave pieces off of it or cut a block off of it, and then there you go. So that's a little bit about gaps and cracks. Now, when it's wet, anything it gets to, it's going to ruin. Clothing, your skin. Oh, thank you for the stars. Thank you, y'all. Hi, Daisy. Yeah. Hi, Eileen. What's up, lady? I was talking about you. See, Eileen uses this with her fake baking too. So yes, it'll ruin your, clothing, skin, hair, nails, anything like that. So that's why I like to work with gloves. And I keep it on things like a piece of cardboard like this. All right, I'm gonna walk over here just so I can set it down and it can dry and not impact anybody. All right, and we're gonna move on with our project. But now you can see how we did this. So this actually has pool noodles in the bottom of it. There's several pieces, right, to fill that void space. And then I just did the top, okay? So there we go. And this is what a dried patty, a small one, looks like. So that's what it'll look like. All right, let's talk about making a very budget-friendly table decor piece. So I have all of my pieces from Walmart. You, of course, can find something comparable, similar, that matches your style. I'm going to show you here at the end how we can change this whole thing up to not even be farmhouse, y'all. It can be French country. It can have lemons. You know, we can really like jazz this up. It doesn't have to be like this, but we're going to start with a really neutral, basic home piece that you can add elements to or keep it neutral and basic. Okay? All right, Nessa, I'll hop on to yours too when I get off. So thanks for being here. I appreciate you. So, will it stick to cardboard? Yes, it will. That's why you want like wax paper, parchment paper. I work on parchment paper personally. But if you have it on parchment paper, the next morning it just pops right off. Like it doesn't. So yes, it'll stick to everything. Yes, ma'am. Hi, Shelby. What are you doing? Hi, Molly. Yeah, I love it. I'm telling you, you should really try it. Those that have not tried it, I'm telling you, you're going to love it. Because every time somebody tries it, they're like, oh my word, that was amazing. So you can see I gave this plenty of room to grow. It didn't deform my, my tin, you know, my aluminum. It will do that. So seriously, be careful. Also, if you have something that's porous, like a basket, y'all, you can't do gaps and cracks in a basket without giving it some kind of liner. It's going to ooze all out. It's a expanding foam. It's going to try to find any area it can to get out before it just settles, and it's meant to provide insulation to like a door or a window, right? So it's meant to do that. It's meant to find the leak and fill it, right? So you have to make sure you give it room. All right. Hi, Andrea. What's up? All right, so I'm going to use a little bit of moss just so that you don't see the white gaps and cracks. Not a ton, because I didn't go, I don't have it, you know, it's not sitting all the way up to the top, but if somebody were to look down, I don't want them seeing a big mound of white. So all I'm doing is taking a tiny bit of Spanish moss, not even a handful. If you, this is an optional step. Do you want to go out? Do you want to go out? Mask it. Here. There you go. The struggles of being in a small space, y'all. It finds all the gaps and cracks. That's right. You got it. You got it. Order your order. Hi, Candy. We're playing with gaps and cracks, and we just had a little demo session, and now we're making a little farmhouse piece. You scared me. Don't do that. You need paper, but Mommy's on a live. Remember what I said? Look at my printer. Take my printer, pull it open, and there's white paper in there. Okay. Okay. Oh, he scared me. Huh? Can I go get it? Yeah, but you're in your drawers and I'm on a live. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. You could stick on that side. Go with that. Hug the door. No! What are you doing? You. Hold on, friends. Hold on.
Can you please get the paper?
All right, I can get the paper. You put this on. Stand here. And say hi. You must say hi, and then I'll get the paper. I just got to get him paper. I'll be right back. Miss Amber's on here, and she got your blanket. What do you say?
Thank you.
Now that she can see you.
Miss Amber, respond if you can hear me.
Okay, here you go. All righty. Thanks so much for entertaining. Now walk out backward. Like walk backwards. There you go. Walk backward. Oh gosh. Y'all, does anybody else raise boys that when they get home, that's the first thing they do? Okay, all right. Well, thanks for hanging in there with me. That's in real life. Okay, thanks. Give me back my... Walmart's going to give me back, y'all. Walmart is going to take back their creators. Oh, gosh. Oh, all righty. Well... let's make this table decor piece, okay? Now, I am going to sell this, so I am going to use some glue. If this was a piece for my home, I would not be using hot glue, y'all. I would not be using hot glue because I would pull this out, I don't know how many times, and remake it, so I would just make that part easy on myself. It is real life. It is real life. It is real life. If he just was a little better dressed, you know? Oh gosh. Now, also, I want to let you know, after last week's live, I kind of got thinking, I was like, gosh, What are you going to do with all these pieces that I'm going to make, right? So I have decided that anything that I make during a Walmart Wednesday Live will be sold in my shop. So this is already listed for exactly what I paid to make it. I'm just going to let you, if you want it, you can have it for what I paid. So this project is $35. I have a shipping rate on there, but if there's any, if you purchase this and there's something left over from the shipping, I will refund it for you. It's just meant so that, you know, I can just allow people to purchase these and, you know, I get to enjoy making them and showing it off and all of that, and everybody kind of wins, right? So that's all, you know, so if you're interested, I already have this one listed, and actually I will post the link to it. So my friend Jamie bought the wreath last week. That was awesome. I so appreciated her doing that. And she actually just got it today. So that was kind of cool. All right. I'm just going to post it as a comment and I'll pin it. All right. All right, it's posting. Walmart has entered the chat. Did they really enter the chat? Oh my gosh. Yeah, they're gonna give it back. They're gonna be like, can I have that creator status back, girlfriend? All right, so this is what we're starting with tonight. We have a boxwood pick, a lamb's ear pick, and then I love this one. Oh, I use this so much in like my wreaths. It's called a berry pick, but look at the little like berries, but then there's like some yellowing. I love this. I love this. A little bit of look of fern. So I have some lightness of the lamb's ear. So again, this is lamb's ear. This is in the collection. And then the boxwood. So you can do exclamation point Walmart, all lowercase, all one word, no spaces, and it'll give you the full collection and you can see this week's make in there. You love the greens. Oh, Jamie, they're all, oh, Jamie. Girl, I am a goober, like literally a goober. I meant it when I said in the crew, we were talking in the crew, somebody asked about going live, and I'm like, y'all, I'm afraid every time I push the button how I'm going to show all my weird, and somebody's going to be like, yeah. There's a lot of weird in here. All right, I'm going to go in with my biggest and tallest pieces, which is the lamb's ear. I don't like how deep that is. So wait, hold on. Let me think of something here. I did not think about how deep that would be. So let me show you what you can do. Remember my patty? So this is what you would do. If you ever have something like this where it's just a little bit too far down and you're not getting the height that you want, because I want this lifted up a little bit, your patty comes into place. So that knife, what do I do with mine? There's my knife. All right, so I just need a little piece of this patty, just a little piece, something like this, right? I'm gonna pop that down in there like that, and then for security, I'm gonna take a little bamboo stick. So I'm not gonna use glue because this isn't really that big of a thick piece that I'm adding on, right? So what if I have a long stem and I want it to go through? Well, if that is glued, it'll turn hard and you won't be able to get your stem through it unless you have like a pick machine. So don't glue it, secure it with a bamboo stick. Just go down through it, marry the two, clip it off, and then watch. See, not gonna come out, right? So now we have the height. So let's go back, a little bit of moss. Actually, now I can use less moss. I just want it for camouflage. I don't want it like all up in there. Okay, all right. So I kind of like when some of these little things happen because I want, when you see it, when it happens to you, I want you to kind of know what to do, right? I don't want it to, you to be like, well, what do I now? That didn't happen. Because that's what I would say. That's not how it happened on the live. The stick is genius. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Hi, Edna. I'm not weird. Well, I make funny noises, and yeah, my impersonations are probably really bad. dad jokes, like bad dad jokes. I also have very warped sense of humor. Like anyway, we'll go on a session about that later. Hi, Melissa. All right. I wonder why that shows a truck arrangement. Huh. Wonder if I uploaded the wrong photo. Oh, well. All right. The things that make you go, All right. So I have a couple of pieces here. Let's just keep going. So I've done one piece of lamb's ear. Let's add in some boxwood. And we're just going to kind of build out our own like medley of greens, right? So we're just taking those bigger bushes and we're just putting them down into smaller pieces. Candace's like, oh well. Yeah. My weird flag is strong. Like I make the people in my house shake their head every day. Oh, y'all want to see something funny? You know how I tease? For those of you that watch me, you know how I tease and say I mini pearl it? Look. Look. Look, y'all. Do you see the tag? Do you see the tag in there? God, you see it? What the world is wrong with me? It's $35 plus a tag, okay? Good weird. What was that? You have a lot. Jen leaves tags on everything. Just in case you return it. Excuse me, Walmart. I know we got this from you because there's a tag. Here's the irony of the whole situation is most of the time when you go to buy something that you really want, there is no tag. Riddle me that. Talk about conspiracy theories. Like, oh yeah? How is it? Like, especially in the Hobby Lobby, right? Especially in the Hobby Lobby. Now, I chose very small, compact greenery for my little farmhouse piece because I was really playing on the farmhouse, right? I was totally picturing this being on like a counter, next to like maybe like a butter dish or some things like that. This is how I was kind of picturing it. However, you do know, and I'm going to show you some ways that you can totally change this whole look. It can be taller and fuller. This is a taller container. You have the ability to go almost as tall as this container, tall and a little wider, right? Maybe not this wide, but yeah. Well, I mean, well, in the crew, we would probably take that to the limit, wouldn't we? Wouldn't we, y'all? Bigger is better. But in this situation, I'm making something small, compact, very cute. Like, think of it like those little boxwood bushes that you can get from like the Home Goods and stuff like that. We're making that, but on a bigger scale. All right, these are my favorite, the little beaded pieces. So I'm just going in between the boxwood and the beaded. I think I'm pretty good with just those two pieces of lamb's ear on the top. I might do a couple little small pieces on the edges. And I'm just watching, like making sure that if I have some height here, that I'm matching that height over here. So things like that, right? Just trying to, give it a little bit of symmetry, but it's an arrangement, right? It's supposed to have some personality. Doesn't have to be predictable. Someone complained about you leaving a tag on one of your tutorials. Someone complained? No. Who could complain about you? Well, I gotta tell you, I don't know what it is about me and tags, but it happens a lot. All right, so look at this. Just a few pieces and some lambs here. And I mean, it's the cutest little thing. Cutest little thing. All right, let me show you some things. So I actually have I have a whole other bush left over. and a couple pieces of lamb's ear. But let me show you some things of how you can take this, because I haven't added a bow or anything yet, and I am, but I want to show you some alternatives before we get into that bow. So maybe you really like French country, or say maybe like you have some of your house decorated one way and maybe like a sunroom decorated another way. So let's talk about some things that you can do and bring in to add a little bit of personality to something so simple like this. It could be for holidays, it could be just to change the look. So let's just say I wanted to add a little bit of flavor for this Christmas, and I just wanted, you know, maybe red and white is my theme, right? So when you have little containers like this, don't forget them on your shelf, right? And you can just add a little pick like this. You could break this out into threes and just stick some pieces in there so that this too also matches on your shelf, right? Goes along with your decor, but it also will match your seasonal decor. So you could do it as simple as something like this, or candies like this. Around Valentine's Day, you can add a cute little pink lollipop and maybe like a pink bow, right? You could maybe in the spring, in the summer, you want to really go a little bit more on the fruit and add some of that. You could easily just add a lemon pick and totally change this up a little bit, right? Add some height, a little bit of different greenery, some color, very pretty, right? You could maybe want to add some shimmer. So maybe you have some home decor where you really glam and add in some glam. You could add in some gold eucalyptus and to mix that up into this. So it doesn't have to be so simple. You can add some things like this, right? To change it up a little bit. Let's say you really like, you know, it doesn't have to be this mushroom, but you really like that little boho flair. There is a little bit of like a farmhouse boho-y, right? You could have this kind of hanging from like a bow or something like that. So you can think about using some beads on this. And then even like some cute little butterflies, right? Very springy with that. So all kinds of ways that you could just keep this all year, right? And then add some things. Now, let me show you. So the back is all white, right? This is Farmhouse Fresh, but this is all white. So how many of you like to decoupage? Anybody here are decoupagers? Thanks. Hey, Mom, how are you? You found new tag. Oh, I missed it. New tags. I'll go back and look. But how many like to decoupage? Well, let me show you some ideas. So maybe you don't want it to be farmhouse. Maybe you're really into that like French country, like this, right? Oops. I had so many ideas. I got gingerbread here. Maybe you really love that French country. So you could decoupage or use transfers, I'm going to show you, or even napkins. And you could change this out and have this so that maybe it's farmhouse this way, but over here you have more of like a French country look. Let me show you how you can add some things to a white container like this. So you have the ability to decoupage, but you can also do transfers. I love transfers. So things like this, right? So you could cut out one of those flowers, and then it's so easy to rub one of those on here and then use colors from that within the flowers that you use in the bouquet, right? So you could change it that way. You could go snazzy with a napkin. You could do like an animal print napkin, and you could just do a decoupage around this side of the container. And then that way you have color and a little bit of personality to something that's just typically white. And then the other thing I'll show you is decoupaging with actual like rice decoupaging paper. I love this. So this is another, I love how these make like that French country look. So I'm going to show you this, and then we'll end with a nice little bow. Hey Jeanette, how are you, lady? Hey Jamie, what's up? So see something like this? This is for decoupaging. Look how beautiful that is, right? So you could take a piece of that and decoupage that on this container and use blue florals or light pink florals and totally change the look of this from farmhouse to French country or English cottage or anything, right? So you have two looks, same container. And it doesn't have to be this container. You could do those same things on this. Now, if you're decoupaging and you're using something like this that's light, you are going to have to paint whatever you're going to decoupage white. It's gonna have to have a light background. All right, so lots of cool ideas that you can do with just typical things, right? You pick up and just add a little something, something, and some gaps and cracks, and life's changed. All right, let's make a bow. Let me clean up my mess and let's make a bow, friends. We'll just go down here. All right. I love wisteria in containers like this, by the way. Love that. All right. And by the way, if anybody does purchase this tonight, I'm probably going to refund most of the shipping because I actually didn't use like 2 of the picks that I had thought I was going to use in this. So, so my project cost is actually more around like the $30 range. So I thought it was going to be $35, but we ended up doing it a little more budget friendly than I thought. Hey, Aunt Joy, what are you doing? All right, so let's make a really quick bow. I'm going to do this. I know I put the burlap in there, but that's because this is a Walmart ribbon that is now, they don't have it on their online store. So I put the burlap in there because I would use that too, but I love this. And it was last year's Christmas ribbon. It has great wire. It gives a great, the tails do a nice little curl, if you can see. And so I think it's going to look really pretty, kind of trailing down a little bit. So let's just make a quick hand bow together. Nothing crazy. Right. Thanks. Hey, Giselle. What's up, lady? All right. So I'm just doing like a little bit of just a crisscross bow because I'm putting it inside the arrangement. So I don't really do all the twisting. And I'm going to have one shorter tail, one longer tail. I'm going to use a zip tie, and I have saved a stem from a flower, like a bush that I had clipped up, right? Anytime I find stems that are wrapped and they look neutral like this, they're tan, they're brown, the green, that'll blend in, I save them, and I use them for picks when I'm trying to do a bow. So I'll show you. I will show you. So I did not do my zip tie completely tight. I'm just checking my loops real quick before I do. Okay, so I still have some space back there. I'm going to put this, this is just a wired, you know, this had greenery on it or something like that, or maybe it had like lollipop picks or something like that. But anyway, it fit right behind my zip tie. I don't know if you can see that, right? And I have some space up here, see that? So now I'm going to cinch it tight, right? Cut off the excess. And, ooh, sorry about that. I'm really heavy-handed. I'm sorry, y'all. So then this part here, just hook down. That's it. And then I just twist a little bit just so it doesn't come off. I'm going to show it to you what it looks like. You see? So we just made a bow pick. Not to be confused with toe pick on cutting edge. All right, so I kind of like to put my bows in a little cockade, but listen, you can do you, and the great thing is it's wired, so you can do however you want, but I'm just gonna go down and get a little bit of glue. Remember what I said, if I was making this for myself, I would leave out the glue, but that's me. Okay. All right. So just have a little bit of a bow, and then, oops, so you can see this is what it looks like. I'm sorry. I had it all hidden from you. And then I'm just going to trim this up a little bit. Oh, that one's already on a diagonal. So this is that nice wired ribbon. So I just kind of give it a nice little, like that. And then there you have it, friends. Just a really cute little arrangement. Easy peasy, working with some gaps and cracks, and I showed you all kinds of different ways that you can go all over with this very easy, beginner-friendly DIY. So everybody can be a floral designer today, okay? Everybody, everybody. Hi, Uncle Jim, how are you? Thanks, Jamie. All right, did I miss anything? All right, so let's see. Are there any questions? Next week, I think we're going to do a Valentine's. Let's do something Valentine's. We'll be out of Christmas and right before New Year's, so let's start thinking about Valentine's Day. Let's add some hearts to our life. So thank you. So hi, Terry. How are you? Thanks for being here, lady. I really appreciate you all being here. Let's see. Oh, hi, Joanne. How are you? All right. Blue is your favorite color, Betty. I see that. Blue is one of my favorites. Purple's my absolute favorite, but blue's on there. So, all right. Well, Ronnie, thank you. Holly, thank you. Thank you. All right. So you did join at the end, Terry, but that's okay. You can catch the replay if you feel like it. We made this cute little thing here, and we went through all kinds of things with gaps and cracks. So all kinds of ideas that you can use it for and ways that you can floral design with it. So hope you check it out. So I hope you all enjoyed this. I have really enjoyed this. This is our second Walmart Wednesday. This is awesome. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for the stars. Thanks for being here. Thanks for encouraging me. Thanks for even visiting the collection. I just appreciate all of that. So I'm going to let y'all go, and we'll think about Valentine's Day for next week. I promised you all I would have the collection posted by Monday, but I actually I got it done by Friday. So that way, if you wanted to shop over the weekend, wherever you go, if you like to purchase things in person, even like Dollar Tree items, you can pick them up over the weekend. And that way, next week, we'll be ready to make together. It'll be after Christmas, and we can share all the great things that we got to do with our families over Christmas. So I hope you enjoyed it. I really appreciate each and every one of you. So thank you so much. If I don't see you before next week, have a Merry, Merry Christmas and a great holiday and all of that good stuff. So thanks so much, friends. Take care.